Good evening, everybody. We are officially live. Got a sore throat in the building, but we should be good to go. Got the big bro Moe T in the building today.
Thanks.
Big bro always coming through for little bro. Wow. I knew it was going to be this bad, Moe T, so you're going to have to take over today.
Oh, good.
Just want to let you know, big bro always coming through for little bro. Sorry, with this throat thing, I got some halls. I'm chewing some halls at the same time. But this is episode 23 of the Fantasy Guys Wednesday Edition. Let me stop the music right quick. Alright, and we are officially live, like I said. Got a couple people already. Shout out to Eamon from his Bowers class. Cal Trey, Choop, best show on Wednesday, aka Primetime. Moe T's in the building. And then Ahmed said, Salam, how are you all doing? Alaikum salam, Ahmed.
Salam.
Feel free to comment. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about Mathew Stafford. We're going to talk about our top 5 Super Bowls. And we're going to even do some way too early prediction of next year's Super Bowl in 2023. Of course, we're going to cover Detroit sports. But before we do that, first of all, Moe T, how are you, man? Everything good?
Everything is great. You know, glad to be on the show. I'm just ready to rock and roll, man.
You ready to get this going? All right. Well, with that said, let me give a shout out to our sponsors. We have 3 of them. All right. First and foremost, let's start off with Hammer Time True Value Hardware. Great service, great prices, all of your hardware needs. Location is 16380 East Warren Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. They also have a location in Hamtramck, and they also have a few locations in Detroit, by the way. Shout out to Bessam, shout out to Adnan, shout out to everybody over there at Hammer Time. Great people, great service, and great prices as well. So shout out to those fellas. We also have Unique Coney Island and Fortune Quick Lube also sponsoring our show. We'll get into them later into the show. But we're going to start off, like I said, with the Detroit sports update. We like to give people some topics that are happening in with the Tigers, Lions, and Pistons, which is teams that we cover. So let's start off with the Tigers. Have you heard anything with the Tigers, Moe T, lately that you want to talk about or mention?
Not the Tigers in particular, but you know, MLB is not trying to pay the minor leaguers.
Yeah.
You know, so I've been reading about that. They're still in like negotiations, but as far as the Tigers, man, I was over at Uncle Mario's house probably 2 weeks ago, and you know, Uncle Mario is he's becoming a good sports fan, you know. So he would ask me questions, and I told him, I'm like, yo, the Tigers, you know what I'm saying, added a couple good pieces. I like them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though like the writers got them like still like 74 wins or something like that. I like him, man. Like, I think it will be a big improvement. I think AJ Hinch, to me, is the manager that we need for that, you know, for this time. You know, I like him. I like the Tigers this year, man. You know, I mean, I'm just being biased because it's Detroit, but, you know, I just feel like the Javier Baez, what is it? The shortstop?
Yeah,
the shortstop and the pitcher that we got from Boston. Those are 2 solid pieces to me. Solid. You know, will make a big difference in my opinion.
Yeah, and we got I think a catcher from the Mets. He's solid too. I forgot his name, but he was a quiet pickup that happened right when the season ended. They scooped him up.
Oh no, I ain't talking about. It's from the Reds.
Oh, the Reds. I mean, yes, the Reds.
Yeah, the Reds. Yeah.
And we ended up getting one more person. I felt like we had one more. We added like another position player, but whatever. Anyways, I do like the Tigers though.
Yeah.
I was talking about it last week with Jose. I think the Tigers are going to be a potential wild card team.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be fighting for that wild card, like an 88-win season, which is very good.
Solid.
In baseball. So I could see a good improvement. Guys, we had 78 wins last year, 77.
Yeah. So
it's not that far-fetched. It's only 10 extra wins, you know?
Sure.
And I think we added some good pieces. And, of course, our young players are going to be 1 year older.
Yeah.
Especially our pitching staff.
Very important.
You know, so we're going to see what the Tigers... the Lions, let's go with Pistons first. Let's go with Pistons, because then we got rest of his football for the rest of the day. So, the Pistons, all right, Moe T, over this last week, we got Marvin Bagley. What did you think about that pickup, by the way?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably on the other side, but I was so happy about Marvin Bagley. I remember him in Duke, and, you know, I was telling people when he was in Duke, like, yo, this guy's going to be stud. Like, he's going to be solid. And then he gets drafted by Sacramento, and I'm like, you know, okay. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't really pan out there. You know what I'm saying? So we had a chance to pick him. I remember last year there was some talk about Marvin Bagley coming to Detroit. And I was excited last year, and then, this year when they made the trade, I was like, especially for what they gave up, Josh Jackson and Trey Lyles. Even though I like Lyles was I think 6th in the NBA scoring off the bench.
Yeah.
I just feel like those are 2 expiring contracts that you give up, and you hope for a young guy like Marvin Bagley to come and rejuvenate his career. You know what I'm saying? And from what I seen the other night, like I think he ended up with like 10, 12 points. He could have easily got 16 to 18. Missed like 4 or 5 free throws, missed a couple putbacks. So this is a guy coming off the bench, probably played 20 minutes a game, in that game. So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With that production, I just feel like, he reminds me of the dude that the Rockets signed that we had.
Christian Wood,
for some reason. He did. I'm talking about the whole storyline, like didn't pan out. We picked him up for nothing, and he ends up having a good season, and what I'm saying, becomes good for us. But by the way, Christian Wood is doing good in the Rockets. Like everybody thought he signed that money, and he wasn't gonna pan out, but he's actually having a nice season.
Yeah. I love the Marvin Bagley pickup. No risk. Low risk, right? We gave up some couple second rounders, gave up some expiring contracts, like you said. The risk is there, and a person that is, I think his contract is up this year, but at the end of the day, we show loyalty to him. He's gonna sign with us.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a solid pickup I think that was a very good pickup. I did want to see Jeremy Grant get moved.
Oh yeah,
but
me too.
Obviously, it wasn't the right price out there. That's the obvious situation. Now we're in a situation though, like, what are we gonna really get out of a guy that probably only has 1 more year left, right, in his contract?
Yeah.
So that's my only issue, is I'm worried about that now, because I don't know what the deals that were sent, but obviously it was nothing enough for them to be happy with. But I definitely wanted to see Jeremy Grant also get moved for some draft picks. But he's solid too, though.
For sure. Somebody brought this up about the Jeremy Grant situation. I was listening to the radio, and one of the listeners that called in, he said, "Why didn't Brooklyn send those 2 first rounders that Philly gave him for Jeremy Grant?" And I was driving thinking, like, why didn't they? You know what I'm saying? Because Brooklyn doesn't need picks right now.
No, they don't.
I think for the next few years, they're not going to use no picks. They don't. The guy they drafted this year, Cam Thomas, which I think on another team he could have a better year. You know what I'm saying? They don't need those 2 first rounders. So, and they want to win now. So why didn't Detroit? I don't know what happened, but it's just thinking like Brooklyn could have sent those 2 picks, 2 first rounders, and got Grant to Brooklyn, and now Brooklyn is, championship or bust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wanted Jeremy Grant to be gone for both sides, man. Both sides, for Pistons and for Jeremy Grant, because we're young. Even if I don't know if you watch the games, but I watch the games and I see Jeremy Grant. He's not the Jeremy Grant no more that we need him to be.
Yeah.
Cunningham is taking over with the ball. He's looking for guys. Sadiq Bey is coming, coming around. So Grant, to be honest with you, he looks lost in our offense, man. And I think they should have moved him for at least a first rounder and just got rid of him, man.
And the problem is they keep saying that what's his name likes him, Troy Reaver.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that has some truth behind it or not, but maybe that's why too. He probably just one of those players where you'd be like, he's not being valued as much as I value him,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I wish we didn't move him, and I agree with you. The way that he's playing right now is looking like he's just that piece that definitely can be moved. And we really skip a beat,
For sure.
We are who we are right now, pretty much, which is the worst team in NBA. But with that said, what did you think about, by the way, quickly, the Sixers in Brooklyn? Who got better?
At first, when it first happened, I was like, Brooklyn. Like, right away. Because I'm looking at the package. I'm looking at Ben Simmons. They got Drummond.
And Seth.
Yeah.
And 2 firsts.
And 2 firsts. Like at the end of the day, I'm still saying Brooklyn, but it's not a blowaway to me. Because, again, Philly is getting James Harden, okay? Like, James Harden's a Hall of Famer. He's an All-Pro NBA first teamer. And he wants to be there, and they want him, and also he's in playing shape. you know what I'm saying? You have to remember, James Harden was, he was playing. I know he hurt his hamstring, but he's in playing shape. Where Ben Simmons, it's a question mark around him, really, right? Mental's there, which I think his mental, he look like he's fine. But he has to get into playing shape. That takes, a month or two. You know what I'm saying? So overall, to me, Brooklyn did, but I don't think not by a lot.
The Delaware fellas are not happy with that trade.
Like, he's on the side, yes. For sure. For sure. They, you know how they are, man. Yes. You know how they are. Yes. But they're just like, diehard Philly, where they're like James Harden. You know what I'm saying? But really,
they would have broke the news if they were happy.
Yeah, I agree. I know. Well, they can be happy because they didn't give up Maxey or Dybul.
Yeah. But they gave up a lot, though.
Yeah, for sure. I think those two first round picks to me, like, overdid it, man. With me, like, if they would have just swapped those players out, and then we'd have had a different conversation.
Brooklyn would have been dumb to say no to that.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to be there. So here we go. Yes, I said Zach is using Yusuf's account. Yes, because this is what Zach says. Big General is on track to be the best athlete in the family. Omar, I beat him every day. Yusuf is terrible. Moe T, I'm better, and Ali is very beatable. So that's Zach.
Listen, man. We make these videos on YouTube, and they're gonna last forever. You know. I walked in today to give Zach his COVID test results because he's about to travel to Dubai.
Yeah. You trying to lay up?
I said, I'm looking around. I said, where's Zach at? I'm looking around. I said, where's Zach at? My mom is like sitting in the corner like this with her head down. I said, where's Zach at?
And she.
Zach under her, guys. Zach was under her, man. I was like, what's up? And I just left because I didn't want to see his face, but
he was having a moment.
He was definitely baby general. He was definitely baby general.
That's hilarious. I know Zach is at home laughing. Yeah, probably Yusuf was laughing too. But yeah, that's funny. Zach, keep your head up. Inshallah, he gets there.
For sure. Enjoy it, Zach. Enjoy it, man. You're going to remember it for the rest of your life, bro.
Yes, sir. Make sure you enjoy that. And Abiyad is in the building, too. Shout out to Big Sis.
All
right. And then last but not least is the Detroit Lions. Do you want them to take a quarterback at 2, a.k.a. Malik Willis at 2?
Man, listen, you know what? It's good for us was they were at the Senior Bowl, okay? And, I do a lot of reading when it comes to sports. That's what I do. So you get these reports from the coaching staff is they were happy they were there. They know who they want. They seeing players, and that's great. Because me personally, if I could have that advantage as a team, I would love to do that. Go see somebody one-on-one.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Have that one-on-one. Look him in his eyes, see where his heart at. How hard he's practicing, how hard he's playing. But no, I don't want a quarterback at 2. I feel like there is potential in quarterbacks, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Man. I was Aiden Hutchinson all the way. I'm not anymore. I feel like the guy from Oregon, dude. Like, people say he lacks he lacks a motor. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Dan Campbell and other guys get that boy going. Or else as far as skill set, I think he's a monster in my opinion. But going back to the fantasy guys. When we were talking about this, I mentioned Nakobe Dean.
He dropped.
Yeah, I seen that he dropped. Atomic Shades, right?
Yeah, I've seen him drop.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
What, into the second round?
No, like when we were like 24, 25, they had us getting him at 24, 25.
He dropped to the end of the draft? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, but where?
In the first round.
Where did you see him?
No. Well, I would see him top 10.
Yeah.
But you saying he dropped that low? That's crazy. But anyways,
like Kyle Hamilton. Would you want him to take a safety?
Kyle Hamilton is a monster.
Would you want to take him? He's like the safest pick to me.
Yeah, he is safe. 100% he's safe. I just felt like linebackers need defense. Like go defense. So to answer your question about quarterback, no. I would go defense. You said Kyle Hamilton, great. I'm gonna say Thibodeau.
Kayvon Thibodeau.
Kayvon Thibodeau, yeah. or I'm gonna go linebacker with Neil. Dean.
Are you ready to laugh?
What she said?
She said we need Mathew Stafford back. That's what I said. I know she's cracking up now.
Listen, hey, hey, if she's watching, who won the Super Bowl?
Yes. Who won the Super Bowl? Alright, that's the question of the day. With that said, let's keep it rolling. Moe T, get the people tuned in, bro.
All day.
Moe T, get the people tuned in.
All day.
Anything else you want to add on with the Lions? By the way,
yeah.
I've been flippy floppy a lot, and lately last week I said I changed my mind. I don't want to draft a quarterback, maybe at 2. If we trade back, then yeah. But that's what I was thinking, Mohammed. First of all, Goff, running back, okay?
100%.
You know, I wish we can get a quarterback that we can develop that is dual threat, that's solid, and later in the rounds, but I don't know if there is one realistically. So the reason why I say that, okay? We can see. The only issue is we're gonna be solid next year, Mohammed. I'm telling you.
Think so?
I think we're gonna be like 8 and 9. Is what I'm trying to say, like 9 and 8.
That's solid.
Yeah,
That's
like,
solid.
Mohammed, we weren't that far away this year, and we're gonna get better. We got money to spend somewhat. We're gonna have draft picks, draft capital.
Yeah.
We're gonna get better. Plus, you know, these coaches that we have, as you can see, they all got interviews.
Yeah.
They're the real deal.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
They're the real deal. So we're gonna get better. So the only thing that worries me is that we're not gonna get a good quarterback next year, man.
You know, I was talking to somebody about golf. Golf had a bad beginning, right?
Yeah, he had a solid ending though.
Solid, but I'm like, with who? Think about it.
She's cracking up. She put Detroit Rams.
Oh, okay.
Detroit Rams.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah.
But with who?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying, nobody. So there's some talent there, man. Like I said, going back to the fantasy guys, y'all laughed at me when I said he's an NFL quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's an NFL quarterback. Let's keep it real. So imagine adding a guy like David Bell.
No, man. I was gonna say first round.
No.
Second pick.
No. I mean that. Yeah, of course, that 32, 34 pick. I'm talking about one of those picks.
But you get a monster. David Bell.
Bell's
That's where he's going.
Yeah.
He better not be.
David Bell.
Mohammed, there's some monsters.
You don't like him?
Draft. I like him, but Mohammed, I'm telling you, you can get Drake London from USC.
No, he's going high.
Okay.
Drake London going top 10.
How about Jameson Williams from Alabama?
Jameson Williams is going 20s. I've seen 20s.
Okay.
So that's why I mentioned, and then if you want to talk about Garrett Wilson, he's going 20s too.
That's what I'm trying to say. One of them is gonna fall.
If one of them fall, I understand. I'm just going. I'm talking about.
What's his name from Arkansas?
Tier 2.
He's gonna be the dude.
What's his name? I think I heard his name too on the radio.
You know he's gonna be the dude.
Bro?
He is.
Solid like that?
Debo Samuel, monster. Traylon Burks.
Traylon Burks?
He's gonna be good.
I heard about him.
I think he's gonna go higher.
No, but what's your problem with David Bell? We watched him firsthand. Like, didn't he put up that big game?
I watched him in 2020.
What did he do? Did they?
No, I'm talking about 2021. I ain't see him.
Oh, you didn't see him? He had a couple 200-yard games.
Oh, I thought he was the dude that got hurt.
No, David Bell's from Purdue.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I do like him.
Yeah. He's like 6'3", 6'4".
What's the dude I'm talking about from Michigan?
Ronnie Bell?
Yeah, man.
Man.
Oh,
I ain't talking about Ronnie, dog. Like Ronnie probably won't get drafted, man.
Yeah, David Bell.
David Bell, man.
I like him.
He's solid,
He
man.
is.
He's
he
solid.
was a route runner, and he's
Yeah.
a Purdue.
100%.
People like that, like, they ain't gonna get opportunities like they do in USC or something.
I agree.
Like
hey, but going back to Purdue, their quarterback, because he went back to school for his 6th year, you know, they're talking about him as one of the quarterbacks that teams wanted to draft. I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about later rounds.
Yeah.
Like I think his name is O'Connell or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about it, man. So, like, he had a quarterback to throw to him, and he produced, man. He really produced this year.
I won't be surprised if one of those quarterbacks drop and Lions take him in the second round.
How you feel about Sam Howell then?
I'm not gonna. I don't like him, man.
Yo,
I don't like anybody else.
I think Sam Howell has an NFL arm. I
think
really
he's
do.
Baker Mayfield, man.
For real?
I do not want Baker Mayfield on our team, bro. Straight up. By the way, that's a whole other topic for another day. Here we go. Yusuf David, aka Zach. I know Moe T Humpty Dumpty self ain't talking. Right?
Listen, he used Humpty Dumpty like 5 times.
Yeah, Zach does be repetitive with his jokes.
It's all good.
Caltrey, Moe tweet.
Moe T.
Moe T, Trey Lance.
Oh yeah. I was at Corner Cafe, and you know what I'm saying.
Did you let go of a live deal?
No, sir. But Cal Trey gives me those vibes that I can't do that in front of him.
Okay.
Yeah, but nah, he brought up Trey Lance, and I said Moe T of the year. Late next year, Moe T of the year, Trey Lance.
Really?
Yeah.
People are saying he's gonna be a top 5 fantasy quarterback.
There you go. Draft him. I'm not going nowhere. I'll go near San Francisco players though. Like to me they showed out. I even freaking Ayuk showed out to me.
Yeah.
He showed me something this year.
By the way, Cal Trey, the movement this Saturday. You're gonna be on the show, inshallah. All right, Ali and Zach won't be here, so just wanna let Cal Trey know, inshallah, this Saturday.
Oh, Ali's going on the trip to Dubai?
No, I don't know. He just said he can't make it this Saturday. So that's what he said. All right, just want to let that be known. If you guys are watching right now, we just covered Detroit sports. We are now going to go. We were just talking about the Super Bowl, so let's talk about the Super Bowl, Moe T. What did you think about the game overall?
Overall, great game, man. Cincinnati actually really had a chance. I think the Rams made a couple mistakes, almost gave up the game. I think Stafford should have won MVP.
We're going to talk about that. Was Kupp deserving an MVP? Okay. But you could go into that.
Yeah, and I think it was a great Super Bowl, man. Like, of course, we're rooting for the Rams. The ratings came out, and Detroit was second in ratings as far as people watching the game.
More than Los Angeles.
More than Los Angeles. Oh, Los Angeles is a bigger market. I get it, but I think football. I think Michigan, the state of Michigan, is a football state.
They don't know what would happen if the Lions.
Oh my God! Like I swear, especially the Lions. If Michigan State football wins, good. Michigan football it'll be nice. But the Lions for the whole state, I ain't gonna lie, they gonna have to shut a week off school.
That's what I told the boys.
I swear, a week off school.
A week
off school. That Friday before the Super Bowl, half day. You know what I'm saying? We go crazy, man. Straight up, because we have to go pray the Gum'ah.
Yeah, we gotta make dua.
We gotta make dua for the Lions.
For sure. Moe T built like a long snapper, and I'm gonna look like a pump blocker.
Who's that? Who's that, Zach?
Alright, go ahead, snap the ball, Moe T.
Who's it, Zach or Yusuf?
It's Zach, acting like he's Yusuf. Zach can't use his own username. Khalid said best playoff ever in NFL history. Do you agree?
Best playoffs?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good playoff.
It was good playoffs. I told you guys that I stopped watching football, but I did watch the playoffs, though. It was some very good games, and the end result, right? Of course, we all wanted, Chiefs and Rams. I think Chiefs would have whooped them, in my opinion, but who cares? It's just hypothetical, but, yeah, for sure. I agree with Cal Trey. But going back to Zach, that boy Zach looked like he on the medical team.
Zach, but Zach's over here having some fun, by the way. If anyone else is watching, by the way, feel free to comment on anything that we're talking about. Right now, we're breaking down the Super Bowl. You said Kupp did not deserve it. Why?
Yeah. Listen, man. For me to give it to a running back or a wide receiver or even a defensive player, he has to have a dumb game. Dumb game. Kupp ended up with 8 catches, 92 yards for 2 touchdowns, right?
Yes.
It's a good game. Solid game. But I felt like Mathew Stafford, making those throws, bringing the team back, actually making that badass throw. Stafford actually threw 3 dimes. I think he ended up with 3 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
He threw all 3 of those touchdowns were dimes. Come on, man. You don't give it, to those, positional players, unless it's a breakout game. Now, if Kupp ended up,
you know why they gave it to him?
Why?
I mean, well, first of all, it was a good game, right?
Because of 2 interceptions.
That had to affect it, but I feel like that they also wanted him to get it because
complete the season.
Yes. Popularity contest in a way, because he had such a great year, and he got that one MVP vote. We got people complaining, saying that a positional player will never win the MVP voting because of how hard it is against them. I think, I don't play the race card, right? I'm all talent,
But can he give me 10 catches, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns? Then you would have an argument. But 8 catches is not even double digits. He didn't even go past 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like that would like solidify me. Like, oh man, he had a monster game. I remember Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens went Super Bowl. He had 10 catches, 100-some yards. They lost, but that was considered a monster game by Terrell Owens. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, always give it to the quarterback, man. Or if it's like, you know what I'm saying? Defensive player, he returned a touchdown one time. He had a kick return. He had a punt return. You know, or he had 2, return touchdowns. Like, special stuff. That's not special.
I think that what really won it for him was that last drive. Like, I know Stafford was making the throws, but it was all cup, and then he, scored the game-winning touchdown.
You know, all Kupp had to do is catch.
Yeah.
It ain't like he made a one-handed catch. Did he?
He was getting open though. I feel like the whole game they were having trouble, and when it came down to it, that whole drive was literally him. He even ran the ball for like 6-7 yards too.
Oh yeah, 4th down, that was nice.
Cal Trey, look, I think it's because of the last drive as well. Shout out to Cal. He's in the building. If anybody's tuning in, feel free to talk. Yusuf Dabbit, Stafford, 2 picks. Emmett said, I called it last Wednesday. Rams. She did. We asked her why. She said, because we have a Ram. That was her reasoning. But she did call out the Rams. All right?
You mean Ramsey?
Yeah, that's what I said. And then Jose was like, no, Ram truck.
Oh, man. All right.
That's exactly what I said, too.
Okay.
First thought was in my head, too. That's funny. But with that said, anything else you want to recap on the Super Bowl? Anything you thought? Commercials were kind of boring.
Yeah.
Halftime, greatest of all time. Everybody was saying that.
Oh no! Wow.
Everybody said that.
Greatest of all time.
Everybody was raving. Maybe they're just being.
It was a good show, though. I'm not gonna lie. It was a good show.
It was solid.
Yeah, it was. Whoever set it up, you know what I'm saying, did their thing.
I feel like they could have done more though. I feel like it was kind of like.
It was one song each, right?
No, I'm talking about like the setting.
Oh.
I feel like they got lazy with the setting.
You want to see dancers and stuff?
I wanted to see like
movement,
stages be changing. You know how they be changing the stages around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They just had that one thing and just moving the camera realistically.
I don't know, man. That Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson is up there with me.
It's history.
It's history. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of live too. It was a lot of choreography and all that in that show. You know.
I remember watching it with Nash. Things get nasty. I remember you watched the Super Bowl with Nash, but it was a good overall game.
It was.
Solid game. Okay, but you mentioned Detroit, number 2 watched city in this country.
Yeah. That
viewed the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Behind Cincinnati, the team that was that was in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So number 2, literally right behind them, by the way. You know, they came out with some Detroit Rams shirts. We kind of talked about this on that day, all right? They came out with some Detroit Rams shirts. And then, it came out. I was like, whatever. People trying to make some bread. Then, Bleacher Report got a hold of it.
Yeah, I seen that.
And then that's when everybody started commenting. Everybody.
Yeah.
It became trending on social media. Do you think that the Detroit Rams shirt was too much, Monty?
I mean... Yeah, it was, man. Like, let's keep it real, bro. Like,
it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. Is that our only hope?
It's so embarrassing.
Like, is that us being close to the Super Bowl? That's embarrassing. That's like, it's like you got it, bro.
It's Delaware boys in real life.
Yo, man, them Delaware boys, man.
It's the
like. I think a lot of people growing up forget that Delaware is a state.
Yes.
At one point.
You can definitely think that.
You know what I'm saying? It's a city, exactly.
Exactly.
People think it might be a city. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's a little embarrassing. Is it funny? Yeah, it's funny. Is it something at the moment I'm like, oh man, I want to buy that. To be funny, I thought about it. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what I'm saying, moving past it. So that's why you never make decisions right away. You always think. I started thinking, and I'm like, bro, this is embarrassing.
Yes.
It's even funnier that people wear Dodge Ram shirts to the game.
That is hilarious.
Dodge Ram, yes. So, yeah, man, it's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, I think it's very embarrassing. I think that just shows how we're the laughing stock
Yeah, big time.
of the NFL. I think we are the laughing stock of the NFL.
I think Browns.
I know people might say the Browns, but first of all, they've been a little bit more relevant, and it's debatable. And to be honest with you,
I think Jacksonville too.
Mohamed, I've seen
And Texans.
I'm talking about history, dude.
Oh, okay.
Especially the last 20 years. Like I've seen people just rip the the Lions, like make fun of us. Like we're just a joke. You know?
That's for sure.
You know, so it's like it's between us and the Browns. I feel like for sure. So this just solidifies it though. Just another thing that happens with us that shows people that they can't take us serious.
You know, they said that Eminem was gonna come out with the Detroit Rams shirt. If he did that, I'd have been pissed off. Like he's encouraging it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially he took a knee, so that shirt's gonna be everywhere the next day. Yeah. Everywhere. So, yeah, man. I'm glad he didn't wear it.
Yeah. Shout out to the halftime show though. It was solid. But we agree that the Detroit Rams shirts were too much.
Yeah.
All right. But another thing that came out of that Super Bowl was a discussion about Mathew Stafford. Did you want to put your headphones on or no? You know,
oh man, this whole time I don't got them on. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was just wondering right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is Mathew Stafford a Hall of Famer, Mohamed? I think this is the question of the day. For those that are listening, feel free to comment. I just heard Moe T say an answer that I don't agree with, but go ahead, Moe T. Moe T said yes. Why?
Yes, eventually he will be. Like, are you asking me right now? See, my answer's gonna be like that. My answer's gonna be like that though. Like, if you ask me right now, I'm gonna be like, no. You know? If you ask me eventually, I think he will, because you gotta understand, he's 33 years old. Right? 32, 33. He got, what, another good 4 or 5 years? I'm talking about good 4 or 5 years, I think. Yo, his stats are only gonna get better. He might be in one more Super Bowl.
Yeah, one more solidifies it for me.
You know, as far as his stats, what do they base it on? Yards and touchdowns, right? In 4 or 5 years, he might be top 10 in both. Let's keep it real. So you telling me top 10 in yards and touchdowns, potentially 2 Super Bowls. You're not telling me he's in there?
My problem is that he has...
What up, Eli?
Yeah, that's the only person that he has a defense against.
What up, Ben?
If Eli is one, why not Stafford? This boy Cal Trey's on top of him, mostly.
Oh, he's on top of it?
He's on top of it.
Hey, they consider Ben Roethlisberger a Hall of Famer.
I think Ben is a Hall of Famer, though. He got 2, man.
I know, no, I'm saying, like, why there's a debate about Matthew Stafford. Ben Stafford got one. Better numbers.
And Big Ben, consistency.
The
lot of victories.
Steelers are consistency.
I know. Him being on the Lions hurts him for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely did. Because that's what as I'm going up against is his...
Oh, and his record, too. His record will improve, too, Yama. Playing for the Rams for a few more seasons. You know?
Yeah.
So you average out, let's say 10 wins a year, maybe?
I think he gets one more. He's for sure in. That's for sure.
Like, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what else that's not playing to him?
But you know what's helping him is the person that he is, too.
Yes, but you know what's not helping him? He has 0 All-Pros.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He has 1 Pro, I think 2 Pro Bowls.
1, I think. That's what they said.
Well, he had 1 with the Lions, I think 1 this year. But he was playing Super Bowl.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
I heard Richard Sherman went off on him.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to ask this
Really?
question. Yeah, he was ranting.
Mo Ghazali was telling me today.
Yeah.
I was like, really? Because I know that boy Richard go hard.
Yes.
Like, when he wanted to say something, he go hard.
So he went off on him.
Wow.
Basically everything that you were saying. He has no credentials. That's what he said before this year.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer yet, but he definitely has the potential. I think he's 1 Super Bowl away, or 5 very good seasons away of like being like, you know what, maybe not a first ballot, but he might get in.
Yeah. I mean, get in. I don't think he'll ever be a first ballot.
Yeah. I
said get in. I think you get 5 chances, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So I think he'll eventually get in. This is after I'm talking about 4 or 5 years of success.
Yeah.
He will eventually get in, but. So yeah, man. If you want to say will he be? Yeah, I think eventually he'll be a Hall of Famer, straight up.
Yeah. Well, the Rams, they went all in, man. They went all in. They took a big risk.
Big time.
They took a big risk.
If you look at the players, like not even the big guys, you got Eric Weddle. I forgot he played. Eric Weddle, he traveled. He couldn't win one. You know, talk about a great player. Like I remember him for the Chargers. Like I remember, like damn, Eric Weddle, a monster. You know what I'm saying? And then he goes to Baltimore, right? Tried to win because the Chargers he wasn't getting nowhere. And then he goes to the Rams, retires, comes back for the playoffs, and gets it. I love stories like that. Hold on.
Yeah, me too.
Aaron Donald story. I love stories like that.
Von Miller.
You know, Von Miller. Well, Von Miller already got one. OBJ. Of course, Matt Stafford.
Sean
McVay. Like, you know, he was one that I was like, man, this is one. To me, he's arguably the best coach in the NFL, man. Maybe.
Yeah, he's
one of the great minds in the NFL. And for him to not have one, that's crazy.
Him winning it solidified a lot.
Yeah,
for him too.
Yeah, for sure.
Puts him up there. Yeah, man. I mean, I think that in terms of Mathew Stafford being a Hall of Famer, I guess we'll see. That's something that's obviously not yet decided, but I think it's a toss-up for people. There's people that are saying heck no, and there's people that are saying definitely.
I think it's great for Stafford for them to have this conversation. Because they weren't having this
in the line
before. Yeah. Now they're having the conversation. That means, all right.
He's getting there.
Might be a chance, yeah.
For sure. All right, so we got a couple more topics. We're going to talk about our top 5 Super Bowls of all time and way too early 2023 Super Bowl predictions. But got to give a shout out to our second sponsor, which is Fortson Quick Lube. Address 14747 Ford Road, Dearborn, Michigan, and number 313-791-7520. It's Fortson Quick Lube, featured by Mobile One Oil. Only Mobile One featured oil change in East Dearborn. They service all makes and models, have the best deals and even better service. Been open since 2014. Great people over there at Fortson Quick Lube. Shout out to those guys. If you ever need some oil change or anything like that, they'll take care of you at Fortson Quick Lube. Khaled said Cooper Kupp, 100%. I was very happy that he got a Super Bowl for the season that he had as well. With that said, Muhammad, speaking of Super Bowls, top 5 Super Bowls of all time. I wrote mine down. This is the one thing that I had ready and prepared. I don't know if you know on the top of your head, but I'm going to let you go first. Okay. What's your top 5 Super Bowls of all time?
All right. I remember the Super Bowl. This one I was young. This one I was like, you know what I'm saying, kind of get into football. I believe it was 97 or 98.
Rams and Titans.
No. Well, that's my second one.
Okay.
The first one was the Denver Broncos. It was Terrell Davis, John Elway. And John Elway leaped into the touchdown and got hit by 2 guys. Like, it was great play. I just remember that, right? Yeah. And Terrell Davis was a very, very good running back. Very good running back. Of course, the Rams and Titans. That was one of the greatest Super Bowls of all time. And then you got your...
Did you watch that movie with Kurt Warner?
Nobody in the house is into it but me, so I have to have time to watch it by myself.
Yeah.
So. But I've seen it. Like, I've seen on the thing preview. My second one is Baltimore and Seattle. Right? It was when
Baltimore and San Fran. Colin Kaepernick?
No, I'm talking about 2003. Baltimore and Seattle.
No.
It was Hasselbeck.
Yeah, but they played the Giants. They tore them up.
Giants.
Yeah.
Okay, Giants. That was a good one because that Baltimore's defense was hype as hell.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when Shannon Sharp was on the team, and they won. And then I'm gonna go to Arizona and Steelers.
That was a great game.
Great game.
That's on my list.
Harrison returned. Holmes tiptoe touchdown. Great throw by Ben. How much am I listing? Because I gotta put in the Giants and New England there too.
Yeah.
Giants and New England, that Super Bowl, both of them, to be honest with you, were great. And then you got your Philly in New England.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It was.
You got your Atlanta, New England. That was a good one.
Yeah.
And you got this year, so just to name a few. I know it's more than 5, but those are like my top ones.
Yeah, so I put 5. I put the Giants versus Patriots, the big upset.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Big time.
The game wasn't really a lot of scoring, but the ending was like, you couldn't believe it. And that was Super Bowl 44. Super Bowl 45 is number 4 for me, and that was the Steelers versus the Cardinals.
Yeah.
That was a great game. I thought it was exciting. A lot of star power, big plays.
Yeah.
James Harrison interception right before the half. A lot of big plays. Number 3 was Super Bowl 52. I really did like the Eagles versus Patriots.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the Eagles.
Me too.
Couldn't believe Nick Foles.
Yeah.
There was a lot of big plays. Like the score was 41-33.
Yeah.
Like it was a high scoring, big play game, and it was a Super Bowl. Like some no names were making big plays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that game was huge. Super Bowl 51, Patriots versus Falcons, the comeback.
Comeback, yeah.
That game was great, overtime. And then number 1 to me was Patriots versus Seahawks.
Mm.
Just because.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That game
for sure.
threw me off. And we were watching it
Yeah,
together.
I remember that.
But that game was like, it threw me off.
It actually been some good Super Bowls, huh?
Yeah.
So
And
it's
4 out of my 5 are Patriots, by the way. But that game threw me off.
Yeah.
That jump threw me off. Because there was a wild ending. And then
Sure.
you would never expect that. Like I felt like that was probably the most biggest individual play
Ever, yeah.
Ever.
They'll even talk about it. Like, yeah, I agree.
Like
I
seriously.
agree. Because, I mean, it was last play of the game. That's why,
Yeah.
man.
And till this
Walk
day,
off.
I know that it haunts the Seahawks.
100%.
Till this day.
100%.
Like it
And my
haunts
man's
the
got a
Seahawks.
contract out of it.
Malcolm
The
Butler.
corner Butler.
Yeah. He's a nobody now.
Yeah.
He's
that's
a nobody
true.
now. You know, if you're watching, I know Cal Trey's in the building. If you guys want to comment some of the best Super Bowls that you guys thought, feel free to do so. And speaking of Super Bowl, Moe T, you know, this is the way too early 2023 Super Bowl prediction. Who do you have making it to the Super Bowl next year?
Listen, we gotta rewind this video. I got the Dallas Cowboys versus Kansas City Chiefs
Really?
in the Super Bowl.
You know, I was thinking hard about the NFC. Who's the
NFC.
favorite?
You're right. NFC is a debate, right?
But who's the favorite anymore? Like, I was thinking Green Bay, but Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
Tampa Bay, no Brady.
yeah.
So is it the Rams?
Arizona drama.
Is it the Rams?
Rams, yeah, Rams again. But Rams gonna be missing. I'm telling you, man, Rams cannot afford
All those
Odell.
guys.
They can't afford Odell.
Odell.
Or even the guys on defense.
You know Odell towards ACL.
I know, that's crazy. So he will probably what? He'll probably be back to the playoffs, maybe.
I mean, like probably November, because it's February.
Yeah.
8, 9 months, right? 6, 7.
So he'll probably sign. If they probably get him back on the same kind of deal, you know, incentive base. You know, come produce. And we'll give you, you know, yeah. But you're right about the Rams, man. You know, but I don't know. I feel like Dallas, even though Dak Prescott is or was my multi of the week for a couple weeks, I feel like if Dallas gets Sean Payton, he'll turn things around for Dallas. One coach.
Oh, 100%.
He will turn things around.
He would.
And you know, did you watch his story on Netflix?
Yes.
Very good movie.
Yes.
You know, I liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't know he's from Dallas. I didn't know. I know that. Like just watching that movie and see how he grew up.
The problem with the Dallas Cowboys is they're waiting for my man to mess up again. I think he's gonna sit out a year.
Sean Payton, yeah.
And I think he's gonna get fired.
Yeah.
And the only reason he'll get fired is because he didn't get the expectations. So I want to pick Dallas. To me, Dallas to me on paper is probably one of the best teams.
100%.
You know, and it's not like they have like draft picks out. Like no, they got their draft picks.
Draft picks, solid.
Yeah.
Gonna add more to it.
Yeah.
You know, more offensive
I
power.
know a lot of their players are on contract.
Yep.
Under contract.
Yep.
Their defense is young.
Yep. I'm telling you, I like Dallas, and I you know, KC, I feel like gonna bounce back and go to Super Bowl. I mean, who else? Who else from AFC? Chargers, maybe.
Chargers might have to take that lead.
You know.
But I don't know.
Burrow again.
Buffalo.
Yeah, man, Buffalo. Man, Buffalo.
Buffalo
You got Josh Allen.
This was their year to make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you got Josh Allen. You got Burrow. You got Herbert. Young studs. Gonna be here for 10
And
plus
Mahomes.
years. And Mahomes. You know, 10 plus years. Oh, that's crazy.
And the AFC, by the way.
And the AFC.
They're gonna be
battling.
beat each other up. NFC's open, man. It's open, Moe T.
I mean that's why I feel like Dallas can make. I know Dallas not a popular pick, but
Aaron Rodgers should pick an NFC team, to be honest with you. The AFC
and just be successful. Well, I mean, isn't he? Are they talking about San Francisco for him?
I don't know. Are they?
Yeah. What if they send Trey Lance?
That'd be embarrassing.
To there with a few first-round picks.
That'd be embarrassing.
Because they had to send those few first-round picks.
They traded first-round picks to go up to the Trey Lance.
Ooh, how much?
They moved up.
Damn.
Yeah.
For Trey Lance.
Yep. So, yeah. Did you guys see the parade? Yeah, nobody was there. What are we supposed to see?
It's L.A. Man, L.A. people got so much things to do.
Do they really, though, Moe T? Everybody says that, but, like, they're just like
Man,
us. We have so many things to do.
Listen. No. Okay, I'm going to tell you the difference. I'm what?
They go to the beach?
Everywhere. Dog, it was like 80-something degrees. Like, L.A. people just go out and just walk and just whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when we were there, man, like, honestly, everybody just outside. Who the hell is inside the house watching TV? Like, I'm going to keep it real. Everybody was outside. That's why there's probably a lot of traffic there, man. Just everybody's always out.
Yeah.
The boardwalk, a lot of people, always. So it didn't surprise me that, LA, I think LA made the top 10 in the ratings, but, California is so big too, so I think that plays a big role, but I don't know.
Well, let me give a shout out to our last sponsor, then we can talk about closing out the show. So our last sponsor is Unique Coney Island. Address is 33102 DeQuinder Road, Sterling Heights, Michigan. They are famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken collab, shawarma, gyro, and much more. They also have a reward system where every 100 points you get $7 off of your meal. Shout out to Sambo. Shout out to Big Nate, a.k.a. also Big Nasty. Moe T, the greatest number 7 player in your head. Go.
Carmelo Anthony. Michael Vick. I know, man. I went too fast. But it's Michael Vick.
I said Michael Vick, too.
Yeah, it's Michael
Jose Vick. Said, I think he said like a baseball player.
Who?
I know, he said somebody random. I was like, what? It was funny. He was like...
He probably... somebody gave him his jersey or something when he was young.
He was panicking. All right?
7? Who 7 plays baseball?
I don't know. He said somebody ran. I don't know if it was baseball.
I gotta fact check Jose.
Yeah. They said run it back. The Rams did. Yeah, I got... By the way, I don't know if I said it, but that's who I got. I got Chiefs and Rams. If I were to go off paper right now, I'm just going to say the Chiefs and Rams. But obviously, I think the team that Aaron Rodgers goes to is very important.
Yeah.
I think that he's not dumb. So he's going to go to a team that's close. And they're going to be Super Bowl contenders. Top 5.
Well, what if he goes to Tampa?
Top 5. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
I think they're the favorites, to be honest with you. As long as they get Godwin back. I mean, I don't want to say favorites, but they're definitely top 5. Top 5 Super Bowl contenders. Moe T, this is the Wednesday show, man. What do you think about the Wednesday show, man?
Yeah, man. Of course, I like the Wednesday show, man. I like to talk about all sports. When we do fantasy, we're only talking about fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Which is great. It's a season, but I tune into Wednesday show to see different topics. You guys, hopefully I'll become a regular, man. I gotta, see what's up.
Check the contract negotiation.
Check the contract. I ain't want to say it online.
Ahmed Hussein said he deleted it, but he said the Super Bowl with the Patriots against the Falcons. He said that was his favorite. It is a great Super Bowl as well. I thought that was a good Super Bowl. Yeah. It was in my top 5 as well. Ahmed, Moe T.
Yes, sir.
Any sports that we didn't mention that you want to mention?
You covered it all, man. I'm gonna continue watching my Detroit sports, man. Pistons playing tonight. I'm gonna watch it. Tigers. Hopefully they get, all the stuff put together so the players can play this year. Watching the Tigers every game. Red Wings. I ain't gonna lie. I keep up with the Red Wings on the app. Which they're like 500 team right now, trying to sneak in. And the Lions, man, are going to hopefully have a good draft in April, man.
Going back to what I was saying, call me crazy, Moe T. You ready for this?
Go ahead.
Stafford got 1 more year.
Do you? Okay.
You ready for my Moe T?
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, the Stafford guy over here. I seen it, by the way. I seen it. That's why I'm laughing, because I seen it. I was like, oh, that's what happened?
So yeah, one more year.
All right.
Basically, what if he builds himself? Goff got one more, right? We re-sign him after the Lions get everything else that we need.
Wow.
After we get everything else we need, one more year with the Rams, might win it, I don't know, go far, but then comes back to Detroit because he still got love for Detroit.
So Stafford becomes the savior, huh?
I
mean, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, if we put some weapons around Stafford and build our defense, which I think we should focus on our defense, build our defense, right? And he comes back and does some damage, and Aaron Rodgers leaves our division. You know what I'm saying? I think, yeah, man, why not? I don't have no ill will towards Stafford. He's not like when Ben Wallace went to Chicago. He's not like when Grant Hill signed with Orlando. He's not like when Barry Sanders retired or Calvin Johnson retired.
Yeah.
Like you look at him like, why you do that for? I don't have that towards Stafford. I think Stafford, like, big fan, always been a big fan, always defended him. I feel like me and Tony were the two that always defended Stafford. And he went to the Rams, he won. All love for Stafford and Kelly.
By the way, we don't mention Tony's name on the show anymore. Anything that's related to fantasy guys might be under investigation.
Okay.
We can mention it on the other shows, but we don't mention Tony.
Okay.
My wife is laughing right now. I don't know what she's laughing about, Moe T.
We're going to tell her.
No, I think she does know what we're laughing about, by the way.
All right.
But any closing statements you want to make before we shut down this show?
Yeah, man. It's always great to be here. It's always great to talk sports. This is like, we just chilling with the guys, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the vibes I always get every time I come here. You kind of forget the camera's right there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying? That's cool. So
definitely. Moe T got to come on more Wednesday shows. It's a lot more fun, inshallah. We can have you, Moe T. Jose was on daddy duties today. Sorry that he couldn't make it. For those that are wondering where he's at, he's on daddy duties. Like I said, we're normal people. We have jobs, we have kids, we have lives, we're married, so that's what we do. But with that said, this was episode 23 of the Fantasy Guys Wednesday Edition. I need to go ahead and give me some medicine for my throat right now because it's beat up. But I said I have to do the show for you guys. All right, we got to do the show for you guys. So we hope that you appreciate it. We appreciate you. YouTube, you can watch it later under Oz Media. You can also listen to it later under Oz Media, Apple, and Spotify podcasts. With that said, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Big Bro Moe T, for coming in the building today. And we will see you all next week, Wednesday, same time, and we should have some fun.